So I apologize for not posting in the past few weeks. Me and Scott have just been really busy. We both got promotions at work, and then as soon as we started prep, Scott started working longer hours, and then he was going out of town. So we just didn't have a consistent lifting schedule, and we just haven't been filming as much as we should. And this day was probably the best that my hamstring has felt in the past year. I was really pleased. I've been taking 2 weeks off in between each deadlifts, which has been helping. I wasn't on the deficit this time, which did help, and it allowed me to pull heavier than I have in the past year. So I got up to 325 plus bands, and that's a good amount for me at this point. And it gave me some confidence going into the competition that I'll be able to pull competitive numbers. I know I won't be pulling as heavy as I used to. I know I'm not ready yet. And then this was just me testing out our gym's posing room. I don't know how to flex. I have one pose. And then it was on to Scott's deadlifts, and he still has been having hip issues, so he just is not confident at all. He doesn't really know where to put his feet, where to grip, how to set up. So he doubts himself, and he gets in his head. The gym also, they move their platforms, which I like, but they're also right by the door. So you have to expect that people are going to walk right in front of you when you're trying to focus and you're trying to set up for a deadlift, which happened to Scott. So he kind of got distracted by the people walking right in front of him. I'll let the rest of Scott's deadlifts play out, and then I'll come back in. Nice. Up, you got it. Up. Come on. So because I have to take off 2 weeks in between each deadlift, I had to do my opener deadlifts pretty early. Usually I'll do them like a week before the competition, but I can't do that anymore. So I wanted to go to a different gym to get my last deadlifts in. I wasn't feeling as good as I was in the previous video, but I still knew that I had to pull weight. And this was also my first time without the bands, without a deficit. So I was expecting to feel good, but I just didn't. On this lift, my left hand, it gets caught on my leg, and you'll see the bar kind of dip to that side. I didn't like that pull, and my goal was to pull at least 350. So I was able to do that. So I was happy. I did want them to feel better, but I have to just know that my lifts are never going to feel good. I just have to do them anyways. And then Scott benched. I thought his bench moved pretty well. He's been trying to work more on pauses, which he hates, and he rarely ever pauses. But I told him that when he wrote my prep to schedule a lot more pauses in my prep this year because that is my weak point. I'll let the rest of Scott's bench play out, and then I'll come back. Got it. So this was my final bench day, and my bench prep, it's moved really well. I haven't made progress in bench in over 2 years, and I finally felt better this time around. I used to have a lot of trouble pausing reps, and I used to like come down really hard in my chest. I had absolutely no control. I called it like dive bomb benching. So I've been really working on being tight and being controlled. So my bench going into competition, I know exactly what numbers I want to pull, and I want to chip the state record, which I currently hold. So my goal is to get a state record in bench. I don't think I'll go for deadlift, but I do want that bench state record. And then Scott had his final deadlifts and his final bench. He doesn't really know what his opponents are going to be. He doesn't know how he's going to feel. He just is going into the meet just kind of just with no expectations. He knows he can't pull and lift as heavy as he used to, but that just comes down to his job. Like he's in under such harsh conditions, and I really don't know how he does it. I don't like seeing what he does or kind of hearing about his day because it freaks me out so much of seeing him under homes and in such tight conditions. But like here, he didn't know how to set up. He failed 507, and then he pulls it again. He pulls it easy. He just doesn't really know how to deadlift anymore. Um, so we'll see what happens. But our next video will be our competition day, and like I said, we've had preps where we've done everything perfect, and then gone into competition and have not done well. So I feel like we're still going to do well at the comp. We never know what to expect. So really hope you guys will stay tuned and watch our competition video next.